Welcome to London, hostages, the center of British culture and history. Today we're taking a look at three separate heroes that went by the same name, Union Jack.
Our journey begins with Sir William Falsworth, the first man to don the mantle of Union Jack. He made his debut in The Invaders number 7 by Roy Thomas and Frank Robbins. It was published in 1976, but set in the World War II era.
Fun fact, The Invaders were never actually a thing in World War II, in print. In 1946, after the war, there was the All-Winter Squad, which actually only made 2 appearances, and all the heroes existed, but the team, The Invaders, wasn't actually put together until 1969 in Avengers number 71. Here I am in London, right beside Big Ben, and I'm talking about a bunch of American heroes. How undignified.
James Montgomery Falsworth was a decorated British soldier, driven by fierce patriotism and a desire to protect his homeland from the horrors of the First World War. He donned the costume and became the first Union Jack. During the war, Falsworth would join a team called the Freedom's Five, and we would see several of his exploits via flashback and time travel.
How in the world have we not gotten a World War I Union Jack title yet? Like just a miniseries, just a taste. I would go back to modern comics if they did that.
Also of note during that war was when he first faced a vampire and his brother, Baron Blood. They would actually only fight one time before the war ended, and Falsworth was taken out of uniform and Union Jack was retired from service. But during World War II, Falsworth welcomed the invaders into his country home, and Baron Blood returned, so that also meant a return to action for Union Jack. Though he is already over the hill, the invaders do welcome him onto the team. And in his first real mission, while he does defeat Baron Blood, he also gets his legs crushed.
And Baron Blood wouldn't even really stay defeated because, he's a vampire. He turned into a skeleton, but he came back.
Though he was no longer Union Jack, Falsworth would still see action with the invaders. One such mission actually ended up in him rescuing his son. Brian Falsworth was sympathetic towards the Germans before the war, and he traveled over there in the name of peace. But when he learned of their evil, he rebelled and was captured by the Germans and put into a prison. While there, a German scientist was also thrown in with him, and he had some of his super soldier type serum on him, and he begged that Brian drink it before the Germans take it away or destroy it.
He did drink it, and it tasted like ass.
But Brian Falsworth gained enhanced agility and strength and whatnot. Brian did escape from prison and donned the costume of the Destroyer, and became the greatest Nazi fighter inside the fatherland itself. His friend Roger Aubrey had been with him as well, and he got experimented on and became the size-changing hero Dynamite.
I actually have quite an affinity for these World War II era heroes.
Now, if this origin actually sounds familiar, it's because it was given to a fella named Keen Marlowe in Mystic Comics number 6, written by Stan Lee in 1941. Destroyer was indeed an American World War II superhero, but here it's retconned to be Brian Falsworth, saying that Captain America must have heard incorrect rumors about him being an American.
While I'm already off on a tangent, you can look at the Golden Age Destroyer, and I really actually see similar looks from the Silver Age Drax the Destroyer. I see the similarities, and I feel like that can't be an accident.
When the invaders were captured and in need of a rescue, Brian Falsworth happened upon his father, who happened to have his costume on hand, and he handed the title of Union Jack onto his son, starting a family tradition. And he would also join the invaders.
Who wants to hear a really crazy sentence? So Brian Falsworth, while being dressed as Joseph Stalin, was attacked by Thor, and he got hit with lightning and then gained a little bit of magical electrical powers. Like, that's just a sentence you can only get from Marvel Comics. Also, yes, Thor may have worked with Hitler a little bit in the war.
Also, this guy here was Dr. Doom, just don't worry about it. Anyway, after the war ended, Brian Falsworth would actually perish in a car accident in 1953. But generally, when there are flashbacks or time travel involved, Brian is the Union Jack that we see.
Also, him and his friend Roger were a little more than just friends. Hey everybody, I'm interrupting myself. I'm at Stonehenge. I forgot to mention that you guys should subscribe to me if you're not already subscribed. And please like this video. I flew all the way to England. The least you can do is hit like. But if you are interested in this European tour, I do have an Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's Haussmann Comics. There will be a link down below. It's not comic related. It's about my trip to Europe and a bunch of selfies of me doing this. But if you want to see those, follow me on Instagram and I'll post pictures of my journey with the weeks of the videos coming out for the country I was in. Anyway, why did I do that? Anyway, back to me.
Finally, we have Joseph Chapman, the third and most modern Union Jack. He debuted in Captain America number 253 in late 1980, created by Roger Stern and John Byrne. Unlike his predecessors, Joseph was a working-class hero from Manchester. His transition into Union Jack happened when he stepped up during an emergency to help his friends, the Falsworth family.
They were fighting Baron Blood again.
A fight that would unfortunately claim the life of Lord Falsworth, the original Union Jack. Joey's story brings a fresh and relatable perspective. He's a student and a mechanic. He's one of us. He's not a lord off in some castle. He's an everyman. He was trained a little by Captain America and received support from MI5, making him uniquely equipped for modern threats. He had a rivalry with the more regal Captain Britain, and he actually got into a relationship with Spitfire.
Okay, geez. I haven't even mentioned Spitfire yet. She was the first Union Jack's daughter, the brother of the second Union Jack, and lover of the third Union Jack. She was also the mother of his friend, so she was his friend's hot mom. But she got attacked in World War II by Baron Blood and drained of blood, and then got a blood transfusion from the original Human Torch, who is an android. Therefore, that blood transfusion gave her really speedy powers and the ability to live into modern age.
Anyway, this modern Union Jack would join a team called the Knights of Pendragon and transform his body quite a bit. But he would eventually return to normal and remain relatively street-level anti-terror crime fighter for this great nation of England. And I think this is a good time to say that I think Jason Statham would have been a great fit to play Union Jack in the MCU, or just any movie in general.
But that idea might be 10 years past its prime.
What is that outfit?
Being the most contemporary Union Jack, Joey Chapman faced challenges balancing his life as a hero with personal struggles. His legacy, however, continues to inspire, representing the resilience and unyielding spirit of Britain.
Well, there you have it, hostages. From the battlefields of World War I to the modern-day streets of London, the Union Jack legacy is woven into the fabric of British heroism. Each man who took on the title brought with it his own unique courage and sacrifices, ensuring that Union Jack would always stand as a symbol of hope, resilience, and justice. Yeah, I was looking at my phone there because I couldn't memorize that one. The Yorkshire burrito. This is the entire reason for this whole trip. This and something else you'll see next week while I'm in Paris, but since I learned a Yorkshire burrito existed, I vowed to have one, and now finally. About what I expected.